Good Reverend Dr. Paxton JAPrice, founder of Paxton's Foundation and Church of Redemption. He is an entrepreneur, a TV and radio host, better known as The Rev. This show is designed just for you, the listener, to educate, entertain, and equip you. Now sit back, buckle up, and now let's roll with The Rev.
America is your main man, The Rev, Faith in Sports. You know what we do every episode. We bring you the word of God and apply the world of sports to it. In America, we have seen the NBA wrap up. And Ryan, the NBA champs, OKC.
Yeah.
Did you ever think it?
Well, you know, I picked the Pacers.
Yeah, you picked the Pacers, yeah.
I was riding with it. You know what? We'll never know.
Right.
But with Halliburton's injury, I felt like they had a better chance going into that Game 7 because they kind of hung in there for a little bit.
They did.
Even without Halliburton.
They did.
But
they really did.
You could tell that that blow was...
it was too much for him.
Yeah,
too much for him to overcome.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man, because he's most likely going to be out for next year, too.
Unfortunately, yeah. So that hurts them for next year.
Yeah.
But I thought they played a very, very good series. I thought Carlisle, he showed that he's one of the best coaches in the NBA, without a doubt.
Yeah.
TJ.
Man, you know what, Rev?
TJ.
And you know what, Rev? You said that last show. You said I feel like TJ is a little better than what people think, and he was showing off.
He was showing off.
Yeah,
TJ was showing off. When TJ was a Sixer, he was one of my favorite Sixers.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I'm like, Rev, we had a backup.
Point guard like that.
Point guard. Yeah, man. We had everything.
Yes.
And we sold the phone.
But hey, we might have a redo. We might have a redo. But I thought that this NBA Finals was a very good series.
Yeah.
OKC, of course, came out top. Let me tell you something. The MVP of the league is for real.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a
SGA is the truth.
Yeah, he's a player, man. And as you looked at the series and as the series was going along, like I said, Halliburton got hurt and you could see the difference there.
Yes.
But if SGA would have got hurt,
oh man,
Rev, they really didn't got nobody else.
They ain't got no players like that.
But when you look at their team, they've been the most dominant all year. And if you take him away, Rev, it's like
that Game 7, SGA had 29 points, 5 rebounds, 12 assists.
Yeah.
He was their whole offense.
Yeah.
That's just domination.
Because in them first 3 quarters, a lot of his teammates wasn't doing nothing.
Nothing. Williams played well.
Yeah, Williams. Yeah,
Williams is a good player. Chad, I think Chad is a good player.
Yeah.
But SGA is really, I believe, the best basketball player in the NBA right now.
Yeah, Rev, he was MVP. He was Offensive Player of the Year.
Yes.
He was Finals MVP.
The Finals MVP.
And he plays defense.
He plays defense like he wants to win, obviously, wants to win NBA championship. I thought that was great. Like you said, you picked the Pacers, and Halliburton going down with injury, because we got the video right here. Halliburton going down with injury was the turning factor, the biggest factor of everything. When he goes down with this injury, and you're going to see it right on this video, when he goes down with this injury, you can see the whole team deflate.
Yeah.
Like he gets hurt, Halliburton gets hurt, and you can see the whole team, like they all just deplete. Like he on the ground just screaming. In pain.
Yeah, screaming. Yeah.
Look at him.
And you could look at
Look at him. He knows it too.
And it's almost like now, Rev, as we've been so heavy in the sports now, in the NBA, you can tell.
Yes.
Just by looking at replays and the way.
Yes.
Their foot or something.
Yes.
Happens, you know what injury it is.
You pretty much know.
And as you seen the back of his leg pop.
Oh, whoo.
And when that heel goes all the way, look at the heel go all the way down.
Oh.
Yeah,
look at
that was a.
That's.
And you can see it on his face because he's like, it's like
Yeah, he like, no.
In Game 7, man.
Game 7. We got 3 more. Look at the team. The team trying to rally around, but you can tell they were deflated.
Yeah.
We got 3 more quarters to go. If his foot could have held out for 3 more quarters, what might have been?
Yeah, it would have been a but you know what? He was even with that calf injury, he was putting a lot on it.
Yeah, I think that was the major problem. That he was putting a lot on it because of the calf injury.
Because you got to think about it too, Rev. This is the same thing that happened to KD when he was in Golden State.
Yes.
He had the calf injury.
Yes.
He sat out the one game, but then
Yes.
he came back. You got to be cautious with these
injuries.
But you look at it this year with these injuries, you have Jason Tatum.
Yes.
Achilles. You have Kyrie with the Achilles. Now you got Halliburton with the Achilles.
Whew.
And it's like,
you got Embiid with all his injuries.
And you ask, but now you say it's like, but to me, this is what happens when you keep sitting out.
Yes.
When you rest too much, your body, you can't go from resting 20 games throughout the season and then try to ramp up and play all playoffs.
That's what I think the problem is. I don't think they play all season long like it was like other people did back in the day.
Now they got injured
play all the time.
They got injured, but there wasn't these injuries like
this.
this.
No, it wasn't injuries like this.
No,
not at all. Not at all. But but it was a great series. Unfortunately, the injury changed everything.
Yeah.
And we on to next year now.
Yeah.
OKC NBA champs 2025.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, they did that thing, Rev.
They did.
The draft just passed.
And let me tell you something. The same team that the Red Blues gonna win the Super Bowl might win the NBA championship. Dallas Mavericks.
You think? Well, you know what, Rev?
The Dallas Mavericks.
They're gonna be.
It's all Dallas this year.
They're gonna be. Well, I say one sport.
Oh Lord.
I say one sport.
Lord.
Well, I don't even think no sports. At the NBA, they got themselves a player. I know that.
Now, Cooper Flag is a superstar player, and the Mavericks got him with the #1 pick.
Yeah.
And I don't know how far they're gonna go with Anthony Davis over there, Kyrie coming back sometime during the year. We suppose that he'll be back, and that young Mavericks team. Woo!
And you got some really smart veterans over there.
Yes.
You just signed Kyrie. Rev, who you think?
Kyrie just got extension.
Rev, 3 years over $100 million.
Oh.
Man, we in the wrong business.
I know that's right.
It's who you think he's gonna posterize first?
Who, Cooper Flag?
Yeah.
Whoever they play first. First game of the year.
Yeah, I think he's.
Hopefully he's the Sixers.
I think he. Oh, you want him to posterize Embiid?
I want to see him firsthand. First game in Philadelphia.
And you know what's, Rev? It's he's gonna bring people to the stadium.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Home and away.
Oh yeah. He gonna bring, man. He is definitely something to see at his size, athletic ability, basketball skills,
and he got an attitude.
And he only 19.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
And he's got an attitude.
Yeah. He has the right type of attitude that he thinks he's just as good as anybody, or out to prove that he's gonna be as good as anybody.
And if you don't think so, he's gonna dunk on you.
And he can dunk it on you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a
yes.
He's gonna be a problem, but it's he's gonna go through some growing pains.
Of course.
You know, he's gonna go through.
There's some adjustments to be made.
Yeah, because you come into the league, you 19, and these players are.
These grown men.
Show me what you got, man.
Yeah, these grown men.
If you say you good,
yeah.
Now, he tall.
Man,
so he gonna have to be guarding the Giannis.
And at 19, you're not even finished growing, so we don't know how tall he gonna be.
You know what? The NBA is ushering in some new good young players.
Yes.
You got a Wemby, you got a Cooper Flag. You know, you got these players, and you know our 76ers.
The Philadelphia 76ers. VJ.
Rev, tell me what you think about VJ.
He is showtime waiting to happen.
Yeah, VJ Edgecombe is.
Turn on the lights.
I was going to say, that's a highlight reel, man.
Yep, is he?
Yeah.
Get your cameras ready.
But
because the young man can fly.
This is what the Sixers need, because they're losing the fan base is losing some interest.
Yeah, well, they gonna get it back real quick because VJ is something to witness, and he's young. He a high flyer. Somebody gonna get dunked on every night.
And this is somebody again who has attitude too.
Yes.
And for me, Rev, this is when you have sports, you have to have some kind of attitude because that breeds breeds competition.
Yes.
And with these young guys, it's okay. You ain't got to blow the whistle if they up in each other's face.
Woo! Look at this boy.
I know.
Look at this boy flying all over the place.
So now, Rev, you put him in transition with
Maxey on the fast break.
McLean.
He waiting for his outshot shot.
Yeah.
VJ dunking on people. Embiid in the middle. Paul George doing whatever Paul George gonna do. His old behind self.
That's Paul George is at the point in his career where he's smart.
Yes.
But get out the way.
Yeah, man. Listen.
Let these young boys play.
Let these young boys play.
Yeah,
you
bring it up.
Yeah.
You bring it up. Put Max at the 2, because I think I think that's where Maxey is at his best if he's at the 2. You put him at the 2 because he's a natural scorer.
Right.
And you have him running and behind picks, and you got Paul George running that offense. Now, when you got shooters and playmakers, now you got somebody that Embiid it's one-on-one now.
Oh, my goodness.
But can this dude stay healthy?
Have this dude ever stayed healthy? This cat here.
See, Rev, you
bubble wrap this cat.
Rev, you really shut down my question.
Bubble wrap this cat.
Yeah. At this point, I don't think he has the desire at all to see. Because I said this 2 years ago that it was time to move on from him.
Right.
But he's here, so we got to make.
We got to do what we got to do.
We got to make do with it. But you got some players, man, that you can build around now. It's no need to build around Embiid anymore.
And is it possible that these young boys caused him to say, hold on now, y'all know I'm still like one of the best in the league. You know what I mean? Like, will they motivate him to play better?
And the unfortunate thing is we unsure.
Unfortunately, we're not even sure. Unfortunately, we saying maybe.
It's crazy because, Rev, talent-wise, he's one of the best.
Oh, yeah.
Arguably, I mean, if he could be one of the best ever that, didn't win a championship if he left.
If he left right now.
Yeah, it would be because he's that talented, but come on, man.
Come on, Embiid. My hope is these young boys are at practice every day, flying high, running around.
And somebody talk trash with him.
Yeah, and I'm thinking he looking at them like, hold on now, y'all think y'all come over here and take over. I'm one of the best players in the NBA, and I'm going to show y'all. That's my only hope.
Because as talented as Embiid is, right?
Yeah.
And as injured as he's been, when he's on the floor, regardless if you're 8th seed or 9th seed, when he's on the floor and he's playing
he's different
in the playoffs,
yeah,
it's a difference maker.
Yeah.
Now, if you got shooters around, now, so you got these players who might come out and they be good.
Yes.
Which is good. He might say, you know what, I'm gonna sit out. I want to be healthy for the playoffs.
I mean, you got all off season.
But that'll mess up a rhythm, man.
To me, you got all off season.
And you ain't played.
You ain't played none last year. You got all off season. So in the beginning of the season, you should be healthy. You should be right.
And slimmer.
That's one.
Trimmer. That's another thing, man. If you kept your body in shape.
That's another thing. Now you got these young boys coming in. They running real fast. See, the Rev understand this. Because the Rev be playing basketball. These young boys be running real fast on the Rev. The Rev be trying to catch up with them and be pulling stuff and hurting stuff. And I'm like, these young boys running fast.
Yeah, but it's they get out in transition and you start getting down there and now they running back.
The one boy, the one that was loose ball, and me and the one boy, our shoulders are touching. And the ball is loose, and I'm going to run down the ball because Rev got speed or had speed at one time at least. And I was running. The boy ran past me so fast, I got man called timeout. All right, timeout. He's like, what's wrong? I was like, oh, my fault. I didn't mean call timeout. Yeah, be running past me all fast, making me look bad.
Yeah, they have These cats got unlimited energy now.
Man, listen, it's a trip getting older.
Who do you think, besides Cooper Flag, who do you think can make an instant impact?
Ace Bailey. I think he's a real scorer. I thought he went to a Utah Jazz team that's going to give him an opportunity to score. And I like to see what's going to happen with him. I like to see what's going to happen.
I actually like Charlotte's pick from Duke.
Oh, from Duke?
Yeah, Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a.
He's a monster now.
Yeah, I say he'll be an instant impact because really what does Charlotte have?
True.
You know what I mean? So he'll be able to
get more playing time
and show his skill a little bit more. You know what I mean? Because they need that. They need somebody to do something.
Man, listen.
Charlotte coming from the depths of.
Charlotte ain't got nobody.
Yeah, they starting at the bottom, man.
Oh man. Oh man. But yeah, I thought that the draft was well. Then you had the trades. You got KD going to Houston. Think about KD going to Houston. That young Houston team, KD, one of the better coaches in the league.
I would have hoped they would have kept Green.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But sometimes you can't. You know, you got to get rid of, because I think he was a budding star.
You like Green?
Yeah, I think he was. I think Jalen Green was a budding star, and you know now he's over in Phoenix, which might be even better for him and Booker.
I was thinking that was better for him.
Yeah,
because now he could really take off.
But you could see also Booker's game took a hit when KD got there because KD's so ball dominant.
Yes,
and maybe that's why they got rid of Green.
That might be the reason.
You know what I mean? Is because KD's good, man.
Oh yeah, well KD one of the best all time,
and he's unstoppable offensively.
And he's a bad matchup for everybody.
Yeah, so it's you know you have him around those young guys, and like you said, the coach.
Yeah,
it's gonna be pretty good, man.
I think Houston's gonna be one of the better teams. The Spurs, Houston, Dallas, Texas is where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Texas is
everything bigger than Texas.
Yeah, that's a huge state, man.
That's a big state. They got some big basketball going on.
Yeah, they're gonna be and I'm anxious to see, you know, Boston.
Yeah, let's talk about Boston.
Boston is getting rid of everybody.
Well, they won't have their best player next year.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to get some of that payroll trimmed down. They made some big trades.
Got rid of Porzingis.
And that was definitely a salary cap move.
Yeah. Because he was injured. He couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah. And then when you get rid of
Drew Holiday.
Man,
what I would have loved to have him back in Philly.
Oh man. I don't know why the Sixers got. I ain't gonna go through there. I'm not even gonna take the Sixers fan and go through all that.
Yeah, that's Those are wounds, man.
Those hurt bad.
Yeah,
but Drew Holiday getting traded, that's a big move for Boston. I think Boston gonna play it out with what they have.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And you know they'll play for they'll do the best they can this year. But I think they're looking for the following year to make an impact.
Yeah, it's a.
Till Tatum come back.
Yeah, because as you watch Boston this year in the playoffs, they kind of wore down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just, you know, you had Porzingis and you didn't know what was going on with that, and then, you know, they ran into a Knicks team.
Woo! A hot Knicks team.
Yeah, I'm anxious to also see what, you know, the Knicks do in the offseason too, because
if they get Giannis.
See, and that's the one name that
that name's still out there. Giannis to the Lakers, to the Knicks, to the 76ers.
If you get Giannis in LA with
what? I know you ain't. What you say?
If you get Giannis over there in LA with Luka,
I know you ain't say put Giannis in Luka. Oh, man, listen. Matter of fact, I'm ready to walk out this show. You put Giannis
and Luka and LeBron.
I wouldn't even worry about LeBron. I wouldn't even worry about LeBron.
I'd have thought of that.
I wouldn't even worry about LeBron.
Because I know how you are with LeBron.
But Luka.
Yeah, man. But that's I think the best fit for him would be the Knicks.
The Knicks.
Brunson and Giannis.
Oh man,
you
Brunson
talking
and
about
Giannis?
attitude.
Whew. That would be something.
Hey man, I get rid of Towns.
I mean, I'll get rid of a whole bunch of
I
people.
get rid of.
I'll get rid of a whole bunch of people with Giannis.
Yeah, it's the Knicks. This is probably one of the biggest offseason for the Knicks.
Yes.
Because you was right there, man.
Yeah. Yes. But the Sixers got a lot to give.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get that Paul George up.
Let me ask you this, Rev.
Yeah.
Would you give up Embiid for Giannis?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
At this point, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Now think about Giannis with these young cats.
Woo! Talk about needing an attitude. Giannis
Ooh.
brings that attitude that you need.
And you talk about butts and seats.
Oh, man. You talking about Showtime. With VJ running, man, listen. Everybody going to get dunked on.
Rev, that's a dream.
That is nice. That's a nice thing to dream about.
Giannis
with the Sixers. Paul George, couple first-round picks.
Look, we'll give you Paul George, Embiid.
Now, wait a second. You going crazy now.
Nah,
You going crazy
nah, because both of them on the end.
We got to get rid of both of them?
Yeah, man. Get them both.
Lord.
Because, okay, we'll give you Embiid, but then Paul George, at this point of his career?
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
That's a ham.
Might be doing us a favor.
That's a ham sandwich.
And chips.
I
Barbecue.
I shouldn't say that. I ain't mean that.
I know Paul George.
We ain't mean
Come
that.
on the show, Paul. We talk about it.
Yeah, we ain't mean that, Paul.
Yeah, we'll come on the show. We talk about Paul. I ain't come on y'all show. Y'all try to trade me for a ham sandwich.
I said a ham sandwich.
They ain't put mustard on it.
And some chips.
Yeah.
Oh, half bag of chips. Man.
Half bag of chips. Paul, we were just playing Paul.
Yeah, that wasn't right.
Yeah, that ain't right. But I would like to see the Sixers at least attempt to, Yeah, if I'm Milwaukee, I ain't trading them nowhere in the East, to tell you the truth. But I'm on the Sixers, I'm going to make the phone call.
Yeah, we got to try. We got to do something.
Yeah, I'm going to make the phone call.
What else you got to lose in Philly?
Yeah, I mean, while you got this much talent, go ahead and try to max it out. Try to get the best players you can.
And Giannis is still in his prime, man.
Giannis is very much still in his prime.
If he goes to, because to me, until anything different, I see him in New York. I mean, that's that's probably the brightest lights outside of LA.
Yes.
Is New York.
Yes.
And you bring him to New York with a Brunson and a Anunoby.
Woo!
Good God Almighty, man.
Woo!
A few of them cats gonna have to go.
Bridges
can go.
Bridges go?
Yeah, Bridges can go.
Oh man, you trying to mess up the Villanova connection?
I would yeah.
Don't mess up the Villanova connection.
You already messed it up when you sent DiVincenzo to Minnesota.
Right. The Delaware connection.
Yeah, because that was a
I thought they messed up because they lost a lot of attitude with that trade. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of
and you missed him dearly against Indiana.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
I thought so too.
Because they couldn't they couldn't score as much.
Right.
Without him in Indiana, they'll just run you to death.
Oh, they will. They will. And Indiana defense was good this year. Mm-hmm. Like you said, the injury really hurt them. Not only this attempt to win an NBA championship, but for next year as well. But my hat's off to them because I thought they played very well. Yeah.
It was a different NBA Finals, than we used to seeing. Two small market, which is good for the NBA. You got two small market teams where everybody can, get eyes on them.
Yes.
But now, you look at Indiana. Indiana ain't nothing to play with.
No, not at all. Not at all. If I'm the Sixers, they're one of the teams I'm worried about. Mm-hmm. But if I'm the Sixers, I'm trying to get TJ back too.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to make a phone call.
Yeah, something's gotta happen.
I would think, but with all the injuries and people getting hurt, we got to remember one thing as Christians, that Jesus is the healer. By the stripes of Jesus, we were healed. Matthew chapter 14, verse 14 says, and Jesus went forth and saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion towards them, and he healed their sick. When you're battling sickness, health issues, problems, not only with your physical body, but with your emotions, in your mind, will, and emotions, remember that Jesus is the healer. Remember to turn to Jesus first. We should put Jesus above everything. And when you're not feeling right, how to get right is to turn to Jesus. It's your main man in red, my main man Ryan. America, here we go!
At our church, Jesus is Lord. That single belief calls us together as a community and sends us into our world with hope and purpose. At our church, your past will never define your future. There's always redemption, which means there's always a brighter day. At our church, we don't think we're better than any other church out there. We're just doing our best to become our best. At our church, we want you to believe in God, but we also want you to know that God believes in you. We are not against people who don't attend church anywhere. Instead, we pursue them with love, the very same love that's pursuing us. At our church, we're learning to serve God with all our hearts, and we're learning to worship Him with all our lives. And if you're looking for the perfect church, we're not it. At our church, we will make mistakes, but we will choose to grow from them. At our church, we're part of a global community that's knit together by the resurrection of Jesus. And by the way, at our church, we believe that really happened too. At our church, we will engage with people who are in real need because we are the hands and the feet of Christ. And finally, we need you to hear this loud and clear. At our church, it's not really our church at all. It's His. And we live and move and breathe in His church for His glory and His fame, not ours. So here's the invitation. You're invited to jump in with your whole heart at your own pace and to experience the life that awaits you in Christ. Friends, this is going to be good. Welcome to our church.